Hello, I'm Armando Chacon, and you're watching IT with AC. A couple of weeks ago, I did a quick video to go over how to best set up your Zoom preferences to make sure that your collaboration experience fits your needs. Today, I'm going to go over the same, but this time with WebEx. So what we have right here is what you would see when you first log into WebEx. There are two views you're going to see. Right now, we're looking at the modern view. Later, we'll look at the classic view. Okay? So let's go around the horn. This dashboard is set up into four areas. You've got your personal room, okay? You've got your recent personal room visits, people who you're working with. These are typically team members. Then you've got your insights, you've got your calendar, and then you have your menu, okay? So everything over here, we're gonna go through as we move forward. Yeah, I also have other ways to join. I'm sorry. If there are some items over here, the training, the events, and the support, we're not going to go over. Most of you don't have these as part of your WebEx package. If you do, shoot me an email. We'll go over those. Okay? More ways to join. This is the information that if you were giving somebody a call and saying, hey, join my WebEx, this is where you'd have your information. You have your corporate URL in there, your host, PIN, and the dial-up. Okay? So going to meetings. Meetings very simple. It's a calendar. You can see that these are all set up based on our Outlook. So we have O365. These are the meetings that I've also slated that are part of WebEx. So these ones will show, and they'll show a join right next to you. Okay. For future, if you want to schedule a call or schedule a meeting right there, you just click this button and it would put you right in there. Okay, going to recording. So in the past, I've recorded some videos. It goes right into your recorded meetings. You see the size, the format, you can download it. All of these have passwords, they're protected, and then you would just click them if you wanted to try them, or you could delete them. I'm going to jump to Insights. This is an expanded view of the bottom right corner that we looked at on your homepage. These are your hosted meetings versus your minutes and the participants. Okay. Jump into preference. Preference along this horizontal bar right here, you see your general, personal room, audio, video, schedule, and recording. These are going to show up later in another view. I just want to tie that in right now. You've got your Pacific time, your time zone, the language, the country. This is the area that I'd like you to see. So these two areas, Microsoft Disconnect, and it says Microsoft 365, Microsoft Office 365 Teams is connected to my WebEx. So I can set up meetings in Microsoft and it would be a WebEx meeting. So the checkbox down here also shows that it's part of my calendar integration. So from my calendar, my meetings will show up, but you saw that earlier, okay? My personal room. Personal room is going to have the subject or the title of it, which you saw earlier. It's just called Armando Chacon's personal room. In this area right here where it's blank, you would be your corporate information. That's where you would put your URL. You'd also make sure that you had your host pin on there. And then in this area, if you wanted to lock your conference after a certain amount of time, you could do that. I don't do that, but that is completely up to you. I do have it set up so that people that come into my conference automatically go into a lobby, so I leave this checked. I do have an option to pick a host. If I do that, I would put somebody's name in here. If you did not want to do that, you could have somebody from your organization come in here, or you could just choose that nobody else can do it, okay? Audio and visual. So the audio video, this is right here, WebEx. This is what I use. I use voice over IP, meaning I go right through my computer. You also know that as voice over IP. Okay, let's say that you wanted to change the beep. I keep the beep. I like having it so that when people come in, I can hear them. Other people, they don't. That's a preference. First numbers. These are the numbers that if you were going to have someone dial to get into your system, I just have a general one. And these numbers down here is if you wanted the system to call you, so you have that as an option. Again, I use WebEx voice over IP, so I don't have the system call me. If you did, you definitely want to make sure that you added your number here, you added your cell number as an alternate number, and you made sure you you put in a PIN. The PIN is very important because that allows you, when you call in, to be host when you're not in a place where you can log in through a terminal or through your browser or the app. Okay, video systems, very simple. This is where you would name the system. This is where you would give the actual host information. So let's say you had multiple sites that you were supporting or that you were bridging. This is how you would do that. Scheduling. Scheduling is just that. It's automatic. When you set up your meeting, you're going to use your WebEx Pro right here. That's your standard message. You can choose to send an invite to you whenever you do set that up so you have a copy of it. This also helps if people forward your message. Recording. So the recording, this is your recording view, right? So the first one is to have thumbnail on the top when you have content, or you can have no content and the person that would be showing would be the active speaker. In this round, if you wanted to be the active speaker, it means you would have content. The only person that would show up is if you had the person talking, okay? And then same if you didn't have content. Content only means you don't have anybody showing, okay? So now let's go to classic view. You're watching IT with AC. Thank you for listening. If you have any comments you want to drop down in the comments section, that would be great. Check out my YouTube at IT with AC. Next up is going to be WebEx with the classic version.